you!
You're scared. And you should be.
Who are we? Babes! And what do we have? Wrath!
We got a mom in the front row who taught her daughter how to suck dick!
I'm Mina Shirakawa. I used to be a model. I want to put on a big show.
Whoa!
And you're only here because even the feds saw through your bullshit.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome once again to the Saturday Shenanigans, hosted by yours truly, the Renegade J.J. Williams.
Anybody see
Hi,
that
guys.
yet?
Hi, guys. CM Punk drama bullshit to the side. I still consider Hangman the worst AEW champion they've had. First of all, we're going to bring in Walter Cruz.
I said that as a joke when, what's his name, did his promo Monday. He said, I'm from a prestige university. I said he majored in Steiner Man.
We've got the Heb man, James Hebert, in the house.
I do really cool and dumb things. Bring me your tits.
Right. A lot of shit going on here. A lot of fucking crazy ass shit.
Where is Noah JD? Well, say his name and he appears, because we believe in Noah Foster.
Fuck is this intro? It is one of those things where as fans, we do have these desires for what we want to see, but sometimes you can't always get what you want, and there are reasons you truly don't get what you want. I wouldn't even listen to this in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. What the fuck is this shit? God, rap is whack. And like I said, never been a greater time to be a wrestling fan than with more companies in a more lucrative spot, in a more comfortable business spot, in a sense of mind, it seems, than ever. Again, WWE is not the only one. It is not the end-all, be-all. So let's go back to the Renegade Wrestling J.J. Williams to get the official word. JJ, speak!
Make sure you tune in every week, because you never know who's going to drop in to join the shenanigans. Catboy is in the house.
Hello, my internet family. I say if you want to make them as evil as possible, make them really mad.
We have Mansfield joining the party now. What is going on, Josh?
Like I told no one when we were in Cleveland, him joining JCU was just an unfortunate side effect of my shenanigans towards you, JJ. I know how it can get better, Noah. The panel chooses you.
Shut the fuck up, Josh.
You said that so like.
We got some of the intro back.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Just think how you and I had lunch together the other week.
That was different.
Ladies and gentlemen, the King is here. Say his name and he appears. We believe in King A-Train. There are so many believers in Joe Hendry. The only person on this panel that doesn't believe in Joe Hendry is King A-Train. Tell the world why you do not believe in Joe Hendry.
The reason I do not believe Joe Hendry is he is Fandango 2.0 in a entrance merchant. I rest my case, Your Honor.
Hey! There's nothing wrong with being an entrance merchant. He has some of the best entrances of all time.
Teleporting into the command center, all the way from Angel Grove High, Datilla.
Oh, yeah. I went to the command center on Thursday. I went to Vasquez Rocks, which is where they filmed a lot of episodes. Somebody actually climbed to the very top of those rocks. I made it halfway. I was like, I'm not going up there. Definitely Toni Storm versus Mariah May. That's the one match I probably am looking forward to the most. I really like the story. I'm familiar with all about Eve, so if it plays out that way, I kind of know how this is gonna go.
Say goodnight, Datilla.
Good night.
James, you did say his name. So he shall appear, ladies and gentlemen, the first time on the shenanigans. Jeff Meacham is in the motherfucking house.
right, we're coming in hard with the botch. All right, fucking hell. It's good to be back. It's good to have an opportunity to talk to the crowd on a Saturday. If you want to have yourself stomach through it, you can go back and watch when the Main Event Mafia took over Impact. That's what James was talking about. So if everybody just joined us, we're talking about people sedating people, attempted murder, boys, and tips. Welcome to Saturday Shenanigans, everybody. Aren't you glad I'm back?
Welcome back, Jim.
Cool.
¿Qué tal? Feliz cumpleaños, Walter, de parte del reptil más fino y la Yesca. Subscribe to Rage of Wrestling on YouTube. Póngase verde.
What is going on, everybody, and welcome once again to the weekly insanity that is known as the Saturday Shenanigans. It is I, your host with the most, your moderator extraordinaire, the Renegade of Wrestling, JJ Williams, joined by the Simple Man, Noah Foster, joined by the Heat Man, James Hebert, for tonight's special interview. Before we bring in our special guest, we do have a special panelist for this interview, and I am not just blowing smoke here because it is largely due to his interactions with tonight's guest that I decided to message and reach out to her to see if she would even be interested. So I promised him that he could be here for this. The Canadian King of Food, Nick, is here.
Oh, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Fellas?
But tonight isn't about Nick. It is about the Conduit of Karma, the good witch herself. Kaia McKenna is here with us this evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
How are y'all doing?
She is here.
Yes,
Hello.
Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
We appreciate having you on.
Thank you for being here with us this evening.
I would have worn my hockey jersey, but the problem is I would have had to take it off my setup. So I
no excuses, James.
Work there.
You were
Hey,
given
buddy.
notice, James. You knew. You knew the shtick.
You can do it
Hey,
right now.
hey.
Literally take it off that hanger and put
I
it on
can't.
right
I can't. It's literally like taped to my.
You got to do it.
Is
You
your
got
mortal enemy can't chew through the tape?
I'm gonna rip it. I can't rip it.
And it's a shame too because it's such good promotion because his uncle is Gary Hebert, who has trained and taught like a bunch of hockey legends.
Yeah.
He's been working on a documentary about his uncle chronicling his career.
Yes.
So like it would be a great opportunity for him to get some shill in, but he just couldn't roll with the gimmick here tonight.
Hey, listen, it's still in my backdrop. Relax.
Oh my
But hey, man, we tweeted out everybody in their jerseys. Come on now.
You already know my stance in this situation.
Yeah, I was going to
You don't
say
watch
Noah's not a big professional sports fan, so he is the suit and tie gimmick. But at least me and Nick
Could have done the draft day special where you have the suit and tie underneath the jersey. Come
I would
on,
be the guy
now.
that would call the draft or call a game at this point as the play-by-play guy of this crazy family. But a pleasure to meet you.
Yes.
So, how are you doing this evening, Kaia?
I'm doing pretty good. I just got to Nashville for the women's title tournament at Pro Wrestling Symphony tomorrow. I had a couple of delays today, but Mercury retrograde, it's expected. Ended up making it in safe, so no complaints.
Good. We're glad that you're able to get there safe with all the snow and everything that's been going on over there. James is in Massachusetts, and Noah here is in Ohio, so they've been dealing it with a lot.
Yes.
So
yes.
Listen, what you guys have dealt with is a regular Tuesday morning for me. Okay.
I was gonna say he's
Come
Canadian,
on.
so
I'm
over here in sunny Southern California.
I had never seen snow like that until I went to Iowa for wrestling training because like DC doesn't get snow like that.
Yeah,
It's
Iowa's.
every 20 years. And I was just like, what is this? What is this? Why is it negative 26 outside? Why are frozen? Why is the fiber shattering? Like why is the stove gone up? Like the dog can't even go outside and pee because it snows so high. I was like, you know what?
And that's in Fahrenheit. We're supposed to have an advantage with it being in Fahrenheit, by the way.
Like I said, guys, outdoor rinks Kaia knows all about it. When you're at the outdoor rink and you're having some shinny, listen, you're playing, regardless of what weather it is.
Yeah. Keeping all the movement keeps you warm, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Drag the solar stove out, you'll be fine.
Let's get right into it. The first question we've been asking all our guests is, how did you get into professional wrestling? Like, who introduced you to professional wrestling? You know, when was it that you discovered this chaotic sport that we love so much?
I think, like many people, I was introduced to professional wrestling by my family. My grandma used to watch it. My mom, my dad, my brother, we would all watch it growing up. So it was always something that was on TV in the household that we all enjoyed. And I just continued to enjoy it through my teenage years into adulthood. It's just always a part of, like, every Monday night we watch Raw. Saturday we watch Superstars, you know, like we watch ECW TV. So now I'm making myself sound old, but I grew up in a household that really enjoyed watching professional wrestling. So it cultivated the interest in me very young.
Okay. Was there a specific match or moment that made you say, that's what I want to do when I grow up?
No, I think I've just always thought it was really, really cool, overarching, and wanted to do it. There wasn't like a pivotal moment. I know a lot of people do have like that one match that really did it for them, but for me, just the collective experience of watching so much wrestling over the years intensified my love for the sport and the business. And I was like, I want to do this. Why am I not doing this? I can go do this. So it was.
Yeah.
There wasn't like a singular match that I could pinpoint. You know, it's whatever. I don't know.
It's the presentation, the experience, the adrenaline rush.
It's hard too, and I feel like a lot of the first impressions we get in wrestling, a lot of us are very, very young, right? So it would be hard for me to be like, oh, I was 3 years old, and I very specifically remember this Dean Malenko match that inspired me to become a professional wrestler 30 years later. It's like, yeah.
Right on.
Fair enough. I mean, I feel like I'm the contrast to that. I got into it very much older in life. I was in college. You know, I was the kid that always grew up talking about, oh, wrestling's fake. I don't want to watch that stupid stuff. And then my buddies in college were like, turn into Raw tonight. Just give it a chance. And I saw Stone Cold, I saw The Rock and DX and everything, and I was hooked ever since. So I kind of came into it later in life, but a lot of people I feel are like you, coming into it in their childhood.
I've met a lot of girls, especially in my wrestling career, that got into wrestling not from watching actual professional wrestling, but they were very into Total Divas. So there's like a whole pocket of women who have decided to pursue this sport because of Total Divas. That was their first entry point, which is very interesting because that would not have been something that would have occurred to me. But I could see how that was like, that really put wrestling into the mainstream in front of women that would not have seen it otherwise. So that's pretty cool, you know? That was
definitely. You know, reality television was at its heights at that point, and WWE capitalized with that. So absolutely, to your point, a lot of people were exposed to it the first time through Total Divas and Total Bellas.
And growing up in the Northeast, like, we had a very like thriving independent wrestling scene in the 2000s. So I was able to go see like Ring of Honor shows and stuff in high school and college, and not a lot of people could have that experience. So all of these experiences just enriched my love for wrestling that eventually led to me pursuing it myself.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, I've always been jealous of the people in the Northeast because, you know, they had ECW hardcore TV, whereas I had to get the TNN ECW back in '99.
Like, we're in the Philly market, so we got that. Like, it was just on TV.
and ROH, when it started, like, they had like the Sinclair network and were able to get ROH TV. I was lucky to see like DVDs and tape trading, you know, from ROH. I had PWG. That was the best I had.
Waiting for them to come into the mailbox. I definitely remember getting Ring of Honor DVDs when I was in high school and just waiting for them to be delivered to the mailbox. Something that children these days would know nothing about.
Absolutely not. No way.
You had a thing called a DVD VCR player where you played a disc or a black tape.
Do you realize, McKenna, there's nobody that even knows what a freaking Blockbuster is anymore? That makes me feel so old.
I found a Blockbuster card in an old wallet the other day.
Yeah, really.
Those were the good old. Listen, those were the good old days in life where you can listen.
Times.
renting Ready to Rumble and getting a box of movie theater candy as your friend.
Oh my god, it was the best, bro. It was the best time.
And then you have it, and you totally forget you have it, and you wait like 2 weeks to return it, and then you go, and you have like a $25, $30 late charge fee. It's like, what?
What a racket.
From where?
Easy way to get money, though, that's for sure. And they couldn't repo your stuff either for it either, so you could actually get away with it. I love the fact you brought up Ring of Honor because, of course, one of the Ring of Honor OGs is Tyler Black, Seth friggin' Rollins, who, of course, had a hand in training you. Of course, you are more of a technician style, as I've seen some of your work. So how did it come about with you getting trained by who now is known as the Architect, Seth freaking Rollins? How did that come about?
I think it was very strategic on my part in the sense of I wanted to learn from the best. And when I was looking at going to wrestling school, that was one of the top options. Another thing is with the location, there is not a lot of wrestling training that's of that caliber available in the DMV. You would have to go up to, I don't know, New York or New Jersey for Create a Pro or to Philadelphia. Now, for me and anybody who's familiar with the traffic, I-95 in the Northeast, that is very hard to do all of that constant commuting back and forth and hold a 9-to-5 job. So when it came down to it, I was like, I can go learn from Seth. I can go learn from Merrick. They're two of the best. It's 3 months. You know, my lease is ending. We just go out there and do this and then reevaluate when it's over with. And that will save me the strife of having to try to hold a job and drive back and forth to Philly or New York or New Jersey like 4 times a week over the course of however long those programs were that were much longer than 3 months. It would save me money, wear and tear on my car. Like, it just made sense to do that, in addition to the fact that you would be getting world-class level training. So that was what kind of was my motivating factor for going there, was it just made sense.
I have a follow-up question to that because you mentioned technicians that you looked up to, like Dean Malenko. I have like kind of a modern question. Of all the people you've ever like fought, who would be like the best technician you've ever been in the ring with?
That I've personally ever been in the ring with, I actually have not had a lot of matches against people who have that in their skill set, weirdly enough.
Fair.
It's not as common with female competitors. I think you do have women out there who are excellent technical wrestlers. You have Deonna Purrazzo, you have Nicole Matthews. You know, there are women who excel in that particular subset of skill, but there's not a lot of them. And I've not gotten to have a lot of those matches. And I really would like to maybe have some of those matches in 2026 because I think that that is an underrated, underutilized skill set and showcase it in women's wrestling.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you talk about technicians. Most people go to the Dean Malenko, the Bret the Hitman Hart, the Kurt Angle, the Bryan Danielsons, and for women,
love Yave too. I love like Negro Navarro and Sky.
Yes,
like absolutely.
Yeah, and Helico is underrated.
I pull a lot of influence in my moveset from Yave style.
Yeah, I've noticed that. The hybrid Lucha Libre.
It's different. It's so different. We all do the same shit. You guys know it. Like, how many, like, corner and Zaguris have we seen? How many cutters have we seen? Like, how many spears have we seen? Like, we've seen all of the stuff multiple times on shows. And I was like, man, how can I just be a little bit different and stand out? Like, I don't want to do what everybody else is doing. And it's also like a very smart way to wrestle too. You know, and Danielson, despite his injuries, because of the way he works, he's still able to continue to perform in the ring, right? Or he was for a period of time after his injuries.
Yeah,
in this group, everybody knows this. I am a technical wrestling nut. I love the mats, the holds. I love like the psychology behind it.
Speaking your language for sure.
Yeah, like you're speaking my language 100%. I so appreciate that there's a woman who appreciates the technical aspect of, you know, the holds and how to do them well. Because to your point, like you see a lot of guys do that, but it really did hit me once you pointed it out. Man, there's not a lot of women doing that.
No, there's not. I've wrestled many skilled women in my career of many different styles and backgrounds, but that's not something I've gotten a lot of experience with, and I would like to change that this year.
Well, I mean, I
really hope that for you because adaptability is key.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I know that
Dora had she's a DC wrestler. She has a phenomenal technical skill as well, right?
Yes.
Like,
Tremendous match recently against the virtuoso Deonna Purrazzo for the Very Pure Championship.
Deonna Purrazzo is a big one. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, we just said that different opponents. I know we're gonna touch on Pondomania Podair Mania, sorry, in May in the spring. But you have tomorrow night. You got Pro Wrestling Symphony. You got your match with Nixie XS. How are you feeling going into there? And what's it been like working with Connor and Rory from that team?
Well, they're phenomenal. I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to start with that. Like, Connor and Rory have been great to work with. They're very professional. I love their vision. I love what they're doing with their company. I love the way they book their cards. They're so diverse and they're so creative, and they have so many different types of performers and matches. And honestly, this is going to sound insane. The shows are like always 2.5 hours, and I'm here for that. I don't want to be at a wrestling show that's 4 hours long.
I feel that. I'm on some of these shows that go very long, and it's just a lot. So I really think they've hit a sweet spot with how they're structuring their product and incorporating the musical aspect as well. So they are phenomenal. Can't say enough nice things about them. As for Nixie,
here we go.
I've had a couple go arounds with Nixie at this point in my career. We keep separating and coming back together, and it's kind of cool because every time we get in the ring again, enough time has passed that we've each gotten better. We've learned more things. We have new moves. We have new tricks. We have new things we do. So it's kind of nice to always revisit past opponents and test yourself again, because you also learn a little bit about them and about their game. And like, yes, the physical game, but with her, it's a mental game. It's 100% a mental game. She is so good at just creating so much chaos and noise that it's very easy to lose focus, and then she'll get the upper hand. So really big on blocking out the noise tomorrow, because that's what it is at the end of the day. It's all just like noise and distraction. You've got to just be dialed in, you know?
Yeah, you have to be able to
Quick follow-up to Nick's question. You're undefeated in Pro Wrestling Symphony currently. Are you worried at all at Nixie ending that undefeated streak? And if you get past Nixie, and I'm only throwing we have faith in you. I'm only throwing the if out there because we got to be neutral here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a preference in who you want to face in the finals, Freya the Slayer or Jazzy Yang?
First off, I'm not really worried with getting through this round with Nixie tomorrow. I am confident in my ability. I've done the work. I know what I'm capable of. I know what I can do physically. I know that my mental game is more dialed than it's ever been before, and I have no reason to doubt myself or my abilities going into that match tomorrow. So we're just not even, it's not even a thing in reality, right? We are just going to own our confidence. More people need to own their confidence and trust their abilities. As for the final, after I defeat Nixie, I will be faced with either Jazzy Yang or Freya. And Jazzy is very athletic. She moves very quick. She's got an impressive and, you know, I'm trying to think of the word, unorthodox moveset, right? You never know what she's going to hit you with. Is it going to be physical? She's got great strikes. She does have some technical chops. She's got a good drop kick. You know, I've seen her pull off moonsaults. So you're going to have your head on a swivel if you're wrestling Jazzy, because she's going to be moving and shaking the whole time. Very high energy, very athletic. Freya is one of the few people in professional wrestling, or women, that is taller and stronger than me. I'm just going to admit that. Like, not by much, but it's certainly a factor, and I don't have too many opponents where I have to fight up from underneath. So I've certainly taken that into consideration, and it's made me kind of retool a little bit how I'm going to go about my match, because some of the things I may do regularly, I might not be able to do to get an upper hand on her. So I welcome that challenge as well. Either of those women would be a wonderful opponent to have in the final round.
Personally, I think I'd like to see you go against Freya. You know, I went back and I watched the Kaia McKenna's Road to Undeniable video that Symphony put out.
Yeah.
Yes.
And, you know, Thick and Wicked took on the Mistresses of Mayhem at Heroes.
Shout out my girl Judy. Yes.
But it was Big Booty Judy that got the pinfall. So I'd kind of like to see you take on Freya one-on-one and hopefully get the dub in this instance and become the inaugural Symphony Women's Champion.
There can only be one first, baby. There will be many after, but there can only be one first. And that would be a great way to start my 2026.
Only one.
You were also the inaugural Focus Pro Women's Champion, correct?
The inaugural Focus Pro Women's Champion.
Yep. Defeating Gypsy Mac. Yeah.
I trapped her underneath the ladder with brooms after I powerbombed her, so I could.
That was brilliant.
And I mean, going back first full circle, Nixie's coming after that too, apparently, right? So
I did have a successful title defense against Nick C a few weeks
Oh,
ago.
she did
in
it.
Braintree, Massachusetts at Focus.
There you
Pro Wrestling.
go.
I learned a lot from that match, so I'm hoping to carry that in. You know, it's
I was going to say, piggybacking on your history with Nixie, you defeated her for the WrestleMax Women's Championship, correct? Which you currently still hold.
Yeah, we're trying to go 3-3, 3-3, 3-0, or 3-0, I should say. We're going 3-0.
Just keep the slate.
Just sweep it.
Well, it's
Sweep.
like you want to
Sweep.
say like wrestling is let's say wrestling's like a real professional sport. It is, but let's just say it's structured like a real sport, right? And we're all in our divisions. Those would be our territories. Of course, you're going to have more experience wrestling people that are in your quote unquote own division versus the person who's across the country that you wrestle once or twice a year. You know, like
Familiarity.
The Caps are going to have more experience.
Oh, here we go.
Versus San Jose. It's just an example, right? So when you have somebody that's in your quote unquote division or your territory, and I lived in the Midwest for a little bit, you become very familiar with their body of work because you have more matches with them versus someone that is necessarily not in your pond or your territory. And then that's a whole new challenge.
No, that's a fair comparison. And, you defeated Brooke Havoc in the quarterfinals of the tournament. The only good thing to come out of San Jose, because the Sharks suck.
Sharks are going to be a crab lagoon here in like 3 years. I'm convinced. Like they're going to be scary.
The Sharks.
We'll see. They have to surpass the dominance of the Keens in the last few years. And I know the Keens have sucked lately, but 2012 and 2014. I mean, I was there when we won the cup both years. So
Yeah, you would know, especially being Mr. California. Speaking of the hockey
division is hot garbage. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say like it's
or like
bad.
garbage, as we say up north, right?
Garbage.
Listen,
That's a
I
Boston
can't.
thing.
Was it Vegas is winning the Pacific Division and they've not beat a playoff team in 16 games recently? Like, what? Okay, sure.
I guess
you're just gonna sit back on your laurels and watch the Central Division eat each other alive and pick the scraps in the
Look what you started.
Must be so nice. Not being a competitive division.
Our friend and the founding father of all this, Jeff Meacham, was supposed to be here. He had some personal stuff he was going to do today and running late, but he'd be enjoying this hockey conversation as well.
Listen, guys, it doesn't.
Just sit up nice and pretty like a little Labrador Retriever waiting for that Western Conference final.
Listen, it don't matter. It don't matter because the Leafs are taking the first overall pick. Okay,
it's because they suck. That's why they get the
You're
first
right.
overall pick.
We're shit this year.
Who would you pick first overall if you were picking for the Leafs?
Ooh, I gotta take McKenna. I gotta take McKenna.
I would take Keaton Verhoff. Like, you
Yeah.
know how hard it is to find a right-hand D like that. It's just got size and presence and moves the way that kid moves. Like,
Yeah, but you need.
McKenna's obviously a generational talent too, but I think that's a much harder position to fill as the right D.
I think
that's what I play.
You're right.
I gotta say, we're speaking such a foreign language to Noah right
I
now.
was like, what?
Nope.
I'm learning.
We're all speaking and we're all making sense, but all Noah's hearing is like the adults in Charlie Brown. He's hearing wah 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 wah.
Okay, first off, you know how much story Tom has me in professional wrestling, but like all sports, they have all those great voices that do send to the game. Just because I don't know about it or not invested in it doesn't mean I don't understand it. But that being some of the whole hockey thing, would you consider hockey a peaceful outlook outside wrestling, like a way to recuperate and stuff like that?
Conduit of Karma, I am all about balance. My life needs balance. It needs family. It needs friends. It needs things I do that are not professional wrestling with people that don't wrestle. So hockey is very, very important for that. And I think that it makes a better wrestler to be balanced, because if you're so lost in the sauce, you're just going to be miserable the entire time.
Well,
like, you've got to be a healthy degree of checked out to be successful and grow in this business.
This is a perfect transition because I had hockey questions for you as well. Knowing that you're a hockey fan, how did you become a fan and what is your team?
I don't know. My mom was pregnant going to hockey games with me.
Okay, that's the same with Jeff. Jeff was almost born.
He's always been in a hockey family. I don't know what to tell you.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Jeff was almost born at the Forum during a Kings game. So that's how far along he was going.
Yeah, there was probably a chance. That probably was in the cards. I could have been born in a Caps game. My mom used to go a lot back in
Okay, so the Caps are your team?
Yeah, from DC,
Okay.
so the Caps are my team for sure.
Fair
there you
enough,
go.
fair enough.
Yeah.
I know you have a hockey background. You actually
Yes, this is
play?
my Kaia McKenna jersey with the bug on it, but it's
Aw.
like old school 80s Caps with the stars on the sleeve.
Nice.
Oh,
Yes.
dude, you got to send me the link for that. That looks sick.
I think I have one left. I'll have to do another order. I think I'm gonna do some with like the goat skull, but like the Screagle from the 90s.
So hockey was like your first love before wrestling?
Oh no, I've always liked them both. Like I grew up
Yeah,
watching
yeah.
hockey and wrestling, and I would go to a lot of hockey games as a kid. Yeah, I've always been very invested in both.
See, I'm rocking a Keen's Hockey Fights Cancer jersey.
Yeah, that's nice. I love that.
The name and number on the back are my grandma / great grandma and the years that they passed away, because they both passed away a couple of weeks apart in '97. So I figured my Hockey Fights Cancer jersey should be a tribute
Very
to them.
appropriate. Yeah.
So
Good stuff.
they passed away from cancer. What position do you play?
I'm a right defenseman.
Okay. And what's the team do you play for, or do you just play leisurely?
Just play leisurely at the moment because of professional wrestling. I'll do like subs sometimes because like my position's hard to find. But-
JJ, if you only knew the apples and the goals that she's been getting on Tuesday nights.
I follow
It
her. I
depends.
see the
It really
posts.
depends. Sometimes it's like one of those nights where it's just like I'm a body because like I have size. Like when I play with women, I'm 5'9" and 170. So then you add like 2 more inches on skates.
I was gonna say you're like 6'5".
Easily. Like for me, it's just like okay, like I'm up the right side. I could just get my body between the person and the puck pretty easily, and I'm a decent skater, so that helps. But like when I play with men, I'm small. I'm like an undersized winger when I play with men.
See, you're 5'9", I'm 5'10", so we're about the same height.
Shoot. Okay, so like it's tough when you play men to play defense and be small like that, especially as a girl.
Yeah, you need that size.
Yeah, I think defense. I think you need a barrier to the goal, and that just applies. With
Well, a lot of it is just positioning, and it's weird. So I don't want to like simplify hockey super simple, but when you're
It's not simple at all. It's not.
It's not. It's weird because it is, but it isn't. It's very nuanced, right? So.
If you're a good balancer, it's simple.
Listen,
Get the puck, right? You're just trying to stay hard on the puck. If you're a center, you kind of float around. You're always trying to create the 2v1 because that's the overarching point here. If you're a winger, you're up your side of the ice trying to get the puck when it's on your side of the ice and support. When you're playing D, it's like you are more like anticipating play and react, like not as much reacting to play, but like anticipating and kind of trying to dictate the pace of the game, because the best defense is when you're not actually playing defense. That's how you know you're doing a good job playing defense, is if you're not actually defending in your zone, right?
When you're back there, you got to move that puck, regardless.
Oh yeah, you just got to get a breakout.
Oh, yeah.
You just have to get a breakout. But a lot of that is just like knowing the positioning. There's a lot more like nuances to playing defense, and like the whole concept of gap control and like just forcing people out of the slot and angling them out so they can't get a lane to shoot. It's more like cerebral. Like I don't think dumbass people play defense for the most part. Like every once in a while, you need a big body because you need someone to protect someone who's really good. But like your best defensemen, like they're not stupid. Those guys are like totally cerebral. They're not just out there chasing a puck like a golden retriever. It's a whole different game.
So I got a follow-up question also, because it's a good tie-in. I just have this because it
Hockey 101 real quick. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm loving this, and
loving
I know you're a woman after James's heart now, because you talk technical wrestling and you're very knowledgeable about hockey. So
well, this is the thing too. So like you talk about the technical provisions of being a defensive player in hockey, which is so accurate. It's unbelievable. You talked about balancing life to kind of be checked out, but it as literally also balance. I feel like it helps when you're in the ring and transitioning from hockey. Does it help when you're in the hockey like ice rink, like, and then transition into a wrestling ring per se? Does it help you
It's
balance?
absolutely fantastic cardio, and it's a lot of rapid deceleration. So I think that it's good athletic movement for professional wrestling, in the sense of you look like an athlete when you move, and B, you're less injury prone because you're used to athletic movement. A lot of professional wrestlers lift weights, but they don't train like athletes, so that's why they have injuries. And, you know, I think
Yeah,
it's a-
because like, well, I noticed too because like there's been like a few people that have had a hockey background that transition into professional wrestling, and they always have the best cardio. They always have really good limb strength.
Wrestling moves
You have
really
to have-
slow for me. This is going to sound so nuts, and maybe you guys.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
does. I know
Yeah.
how people feel like in the ring they're rushing around, but like for me, because hockey is played so fast, like it's
Yeah.
so fast, like you're
Yeah.
flying out there. It's
Yeah,
nuts.
you are
Yeah.
like it is
Like
absurd.
when I get into the wrestling ring, like it feels slow because I'm used to things like when I play hockey moving so quick.
Yeah.
And I also feel like I see the ring, like you know, they talk about the 200-foot game, like in
Yeah.
hockey. I
Yeah.
see like the 18-foot game in the ring. Like I'm very aware of what's happening in the ring, if that makes sense. I have good ring awareness, and like sometimes stuff gets off the rails, or like we need some positioning assistance or whatever. Like it doesn't stress me out like it does some other people. Like
You're quick. You're quick to adapt.
Yeah, I can see everything. And I think a lot of that just comes from hockey and the position I play and just having to constantly be aware of what's going on and where people are and what your options are. To
Right
get
on.
it
People
So
are
I
going to
think
have a hard time
it's
attacking you
that
from behind.
aspect.
Then shit. There you
As
go.
far as like it's not going to give you like the moveset edge that like gymnastics is or something, or you know, anything like that per se. But I do think that it makes you tough. It gives you athletic movement and it gives you really good situational awareness.
Yeah.
Okay, you may have just answered that, but I was going to ask to piggyback off of James's thing if there was anything from your hockey background that you've brought into or incorporated into your wrestling set.
I think that it's just like being a barn animal when you get in the ring. Like so many women look so soft when they wrestle, and it's and it's like you need to look like you want to kill somebody when you wrestle. Like everything needs to have intention, and so many of the girls are very fluffy. And I see it in guys too. Like I don't want to just say, oh, women are soft when they wrestle, but I see a lot of men that wrestle too. And it's like I can clearly tell you've never actually hit something in real life. Like you've never been angry. You've never wanted to push somebody through a wall. You've never.
Oh yeah.
Like, you don't know what that feels like, and I can tell by how you move. So I think that like the rage, like hockey rage, or like just that when you're like a gamer like that, it does translate in the ring, you know, because it's like you get moving and you get dialed, and it's like you're a beast, dude. Especially if you structure your moveset in a way that like lends itself to that type of attitude and movement, right? Like I do supers and bounces and big boots and like big strikes and like hip attacks and like just stuff that's very physical. I think the physicality is certainly something that helps, is like knowing what it feels like to be physical and to play a physical game or to have a physical match. Because if your wrestling doesn't look physical, it's stupid. Like it's like, what are we doing here? It looks fake. You don't want this shit to look fake.
No.
I hate that so much.
So do you ever like? I mean,
I've heard a bad strike and been like, "Oh, that looked fake," and I'm mad about it. You know, like so
I
I'm
was
all aware. Like when
I
we're
was
all
gonna say.
it,
I was
but-
gonna say, yeah, like when you're in the ring, do you must once or twice might have shook in your hands a little bit, like, yo, let's Tilly.
Yeah, it's called Set the Tone, right? We know.
There you
this.
go.
It's
set the tone.
definitely wrestling. It's a give and a take, and being aware of your opponent and what they're comfortable with and what your comfort level is. So, you know, some people, it's like hockey. There's an etiquette to fighting. You can't just go grab somebody and beat the shit out of them. Everybody's got to agree to it, and you fight and you shake hands afterward. It's a gentleman's sport. Wrestling is the same way. You have a lot of respect for your competitors and their boundaries and what they're willing to do. You're trusting them. You need to be aware of this. You can't be a jerk and take liberties with people. So you have to really be respectful of your opponents in wrestling as well.
Well, like anything, there's a trust that goes into it.
You just mentioned your hip attack. I think our buddy Walter in the chat just came up with a great name for your hip attack. I don't know if it already has one. You know, Jada Parker calls hers the hypnotic. Call yours the breakaway.
I call mine run them, fill them in, because there's two.
I was gonna say, I think one of our first interactions was she posted, I think it was you posted a video, and then I commented on it. I'm like, yo, you should totally call this move like game misconduct. Like
we've already like that, yeah.
We've already been guys. We've been down this road.
We've been down the road.
No worries. That's why I love having you here, Nick. Like I said, we wouldn't have even connected with Kaia if it hadn't been for your interactions with her. So
Well, we're having fun tonight,
Yeah,
boys.
true.
We're having a good conversation.
Oh yeah.
So it's all about the NBA here.
Go ahead,
Speaking
James.
of
I think
Walter,
you were
bud.
going to ask something.
Yeah, speaking of Walter, he also asked us a little bit ago, are you also a fan of women's MMA at all?
I actually don't know really anything. I don't know anything about women's MMA. I don't watch a lot of MMA, admittedly. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I
No,
know
you're
that's probably pretty
fine.
disappointing.
Don't worry about
I
it.
feel like
Don't
it would be
apologize.
better to be honest than try to be like, yeah, Ronda Rousey's so cool. Like, I don't follow it. I really don't.
We appreciate the honesty.
Yeah,
but, you know,
I
the fact
I
that you were
think
such a
those girls
technician.
are so
Yeah.
tough because I would not want to get in a cage and fight. I can tell you that right now. That is not something I have any interest in doing.
Right.
So
No
I
need to
do have a
apologize.
lot
You're
of
good.
respect for them, and I think it's really cool. But it's just not ever been something I've been into. I've always just kind of been like pro wrestling and hockey. is what I
Fair
really
enough. Fair enough.
So, James, you got one?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. So we know that you have a couple of different monikers. I know that we've the where did the whole witching and the whole wizard kind of witch gimmick come from? Like, where did you kind of
I'm a
how
real
did that
witch.
begin?
My
Oh,
family are witches. My aunt is a high priestess. She was actually the one who came up with the moniker, the Conduit of Karma, for me. So I was trying to figure one out that was like unique, but sounded nice and went with my gimmick. And she said, you have to think about it like the karma flows through you. You know, you restore balance. If somebody's acting up, you know, you're the one they're going to have to answer to. So it's like a fun way of like karma flex.
So Harry Potter got nothing on you, eh?
No, I'm not a Harry Potter fan either. I'm just disappointing people left and right. I'm not a Harry Potter fan.
It's okay.
Like,
I got through the first
It's
movie,
okay.
and that was
I
it.
read Harry Potter. I'm not obsessed with Harry Potter.
Listen, I
now I feel like it's big.
Why does she need to read Harry Potter when she's already a better wizard than Harry? I mean, come on.
Well, here I am throwing out wizarding. I was, dude, when we were tweeting out the show, I turned to the missus. I'm like, I gotta say something Harry Potterish to kind of like throw it out there. And now it's like, shit.
It's like you would have had better luck going with the
dude.
Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, we do like them. I went to the Hocus Pocus house in Salem this year, and it was awesome. It was
Nice.
That must be quiet.
It was incredible. Yeah, I love to read. I'm a huge bookworm. I love to just lay in my bed and read, and I like to take naps. I'm not a very exciting person. I'm very
I
low-key.
love that. I'm a
I
simple
love to sit
person. And
outside
that's my
and like
best
listen
friend.
to birds. I
you
don't
go.
do anything crazy in my spare time.
Well, you gotta have some sort of
but-
downtime with the adrenaline rush that hockey and wrestling gives you. So rest.
Yeah, mental
and
game is
reading.
so important. You have to be dialed mentally to be good at anything. And if you're just
Exactly.
constantly, like, but honestly, that's why social media, like I use it, I interact with my fans, I post pictures, I post where I'm gonna go, but like I don't get involved in social media because all that shit's just noise that distracts you. It's noise. Like you can't pay any mind to it.
Preach.
I read like an article on Sportsnet that like Mitch Marner used to read what people would say about him on Twitter, and I'm like, are you insane? What are you
Dude,
doing?
he's a plug. He's a
Boy.
plug. Never
But,
mind.
like,
We don't
you
like
feel
that guy anymore.
It speaks to my point of being like, what the fuck is pardon my French is wrong with you? Like you can't let this noise get into your headspace like that. And like wrestling is the same way. You can't let this noise get into your headspace of these insignificant people. Like you need to go out there and be confident and do your thing. Like that just blew my mind. That's that caliber of an athlete.
Well, look where he was playing before Vegas, right? You need to have that mindset because up here we're ruthless.
Oh,
We
I know.
are-
It's like what Philly is to football. I know.
Oh, 100%. And if our team,
I'm well aware. Like they like throwing dog shit at his house or something like that. It's
I think there were stories where people were legit. I know his car got stolen.
What? He stole his car? This poor guy.
Okay, so it was before the playoffs started.
Sorry,
He
my
was-
laptop's dying here. Hold on.
No, all good.
No
He
worries.
was at the movies and his car got thiefed right in the parking lot.
Jeez.
So yeah, dude. But that's the market. Like again, going back to hockey, that's the market. That's the Toronto market. If you don't have that thick
In
skin,
wrestling, I would say that's like Chicago or New York City. I'm not.
Yeah.
Even,
Oh,
I
yeah.
always
Probably
feel like
accurate.
you can wrestle in New York City. You can wrestle anywhere.
UK too.
Literally
UK
can wrestle
too.
anywhere. If you can
Especially
have a match
Manchester.
live in New York City proper, like you can wrestle anywhere. I'm convinced. That is they're a very good crowd. They're very passionate, but they're a very tough crowd. Like they have a very high expectation of you. And if you suck, they're gonna let you know.
Oh, yeah.
Let you know.
100%.
So
Two things real quick.
I love the passion of the New York fans, and I love that about them, that they have such a high standard. But like, it is a good measuring stick for you as a wrestler if you can go into a market like New York or Chicago and have a match and like be successful.
100%.
That means you're doing something right.
Preach, accurate, simple as that. This woman has got the wrestling psychology down to a T. God bless you.
I was going to say two things real quick. Number one, you don't have to apologize for language. This is the right show for that.
Accurate.
You came in during the middle of the intro. You heard some of the language in the intro, so don't feel like you got to apologize. And two, to Walter's point in the chat that I brought up, you are speaking this man's language. He's always talking about he doesn't click, he doesn't scroll, he doesn't have notifications turned on for his social media.
I don't see
three words that define him is protect your mentality.
Protect your peace. Yes. My social media feed is like hug videos and like how to get better edges when I skate and like I want to cook and like
yes,
it's very happy stuff. It's books I want to read. Like
it is so
hockey
hard
memes, like wrestling memes. Like
yes, with the cat memes. Yes,
I've
100%.
been through, and I actually like. There's a feature on Instagram and Twitter where you can like remove things that it's like qualified to be your interests, and like I have removed everything that's like negativity, like indie wrestling crap that I just don't want to see because people are being insane. Anything that's diet culture, any plastic surgery shit, any low carb, unhealthy eating recipes, anything that would be disruptive to your peace, right? Like any trolling, like troll accounts. Like I just have all of that taken off and blacklisted. Anything political, I don't want to see any of that shit on social media. And I have a very curated little stream of content that makes me very happy, that I love, and I'm fine living in my content bubble with no negativity.
Me too. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard when you're in a negative rabbit hole sometimes, and you're trying to remove that negativity. It's a process. It's a process to do.
Well, and being a performer in wrestling, right? Like, I don't want to say nobody wants to help you, but it's like nobody's your friend. No one wants to help you. No one actually wants to see you get better. Like, so you have to have really good boundaries with what you let people tell you and what you take in, you know? Especially when it comes to getting feedback or like seeing how people react to things online. Like, you have to have boundaries with that, because comparison is absolutely the thief of joy. It will stifle your growth. And you're responsible for your own development in that sense, right? 100%. So I definitely think there's something to be said for like tuning out the noise of social media, but also tuning out the noise of everybody in this business who has no intention of actually helping you or reciprocating. You just have to be able to like, you know, not give into that and just
remove the destructive criticism.
Or honestly, like Alyssa Liu, right? Like her mentality is so big right now, right? That she's doing this because she loves it, right? She loves figure skating and she wants to do it on her terms. And I think that there's a lesson for professional wrestlers in this as well, as you should do professional wrestling on your own terms. You should do the gimmick you want to do, not what you think is going to get over or what someone tells you to do. Do something you want to do. Who cares if there are 12 people already doing it? Do something that you enjoy. Use the music you like. Do the moves that you think are interesting. Please use psychology, but do the moves you think are interesting. You know, and just wear the gear you want to wear, go work the places you want to work, and like go where you're loved, where you're valued, and where you're wanted. Like, that's why I love Symphony. I love Focus Pro, you know, Shine's always good to me. Action Wrestling down in Georgia, TWE. Like, it's important to just put yourself in places where you can find enjoyment in this business. So
where you truly are happy.
Fun.
Yeah, like what you love. Seriously.
I am going to recommend real quick an Instagram page for you, since you talked about your love for reading.
Yes.
Feeling.booked. That is Nick's wife's reading page.
Oh my God. It's not her Goodreads.
That, honey,
he's getting his wife's attention. Let her know that she's getting shilled for it now. But yeah.
Feeling.booked.
Feeling.booked.
That is her.
Follow her. I love this.
You just
I
gotta
need to
follow.
start telling me books that aren't hockey romance because I feel like hockey romance has really blown up with Heated Rivalry getting so much attraction.
Don't
And,
don't get her started. Don't get her started.
I actually really enjoyed that show. I thought it was great, but I don't want to sit and read like a bunch of like, hockey romance novels. Like, I guess like someone who plays, like I'm like the hockey's not necessarily here. You know, actually, I'm going to say something so horrible. Do you know what it reminds me of when you read those types of like books? It's kind of like when you watch porn and there's like the pizza guy or the plumber and that's his job.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he's a hockey player, but that's not why we're all
What?
So
Noah just smiling.
Like,
nod.
like in the 90s where like, everything had like, you know, oh, the neighbor next door coming over, oh, the plumber or whatever. And it just reminds me a little bit of that. Like the hockey is just so secondary. But because I like hockey, it's always in my feed, right? Because it's so popular right now. You know?
The books that she reads.
Oh, you mean the books that
I like the romance novel, and like I said, I really enjoyed Heated Rivalry. I thought it was great publicity for the sport. Honestly, I thought that it was a very healthy portrayal of a relationship because there's so much crap we watch on TV these days where like relationships are abusive and toxic, and it's like it was nice and refreshing to see something with a happy ending where people valued each other and their space and their time and their love. Like I'm gonna just say that. Like I feel like there's so much crap that's just awful on TV that people consume, and I was like, wow, this is like super wholesome and it's great. It represents like an underrepresented community. It gives them a voice. Like, yeah, I thought it was cool. I enjoyed it, but I don't want to read 40 more.
No.
What's your favorite book?
My favorite book of all time, Fight Club.
Oh,
okay.
Good one.
Fight Club. All right. Yeah, you know,
I've never read the book,
Fight
but
Club.
I've seen the movie numerous times. Huge fan of the movie.
Don't talk about the Fight Club.
Yes. First and second rule of Fight Club: you do not talk about Fight Club.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
I love the
Kaia,
Judges List too. The Judges List is one of my favorite books as well.
I think I've heard of that one.
So
Have
John
you
Griffin.
wrestled overseas or thought about wrestling overseas? Talking about the noise of the audience and thinking about.
I would love to go overseas. I've been trying to for years now. I don't know how people do it. Like I can't crack the code. I did get the luxury of wrestling in Canada a little bit this year for Destiny in Toronto, and then Love Wrestling in Edmonton, and that was incredible. And I look forward to coming back to both this year. But I would love to wrestle in Europe or do Japan at some point.
Yes.
That is something I would love to do.
Future reference to possibly hook you up with a connection. One person that you should definitely get in contact with is a Rev Pro staple, Joe Lando. He's fantastic. Such a great wrestler, great athletic, Will Ospreay type wrestler. He is very good. I think he's the Rev Pro cruiserweight champion over there. So definitely somebody you want to get in touch with if you want to go.
Listen, I don't mince words. I would love to see you in Japan and beat the shit out of some people.
Fair.
Between Stardom, TJPW,
right?
Gold, I mean, you definitely have given me some food.
You got options.
Based on her style, I would love to see her take on the likes of Shuri and her proficient at striking and technical style.
Oh, it would be so fun. I would love that. I really would love that for this year of my career. I've been definitely grinding and putting the work in, so I think that I've hit a point where that would be really good for me to do.
So every match is a learning experience.
AEW.
And again, you named Dion Perazzo. I would love to see you go after the Ring of Honor.
Yes,
Clearly, your
I would
foundation
love
in
to wrestle
wrestling
Dion one day for sure.
Your foundation in wrestling echoes what Ring of Honor Pure Rules was founded upon. So I think that you are definitely made for that.
I'm trying to remember. There was a Pure Rules match from like my brain, 2005 maybe, and I know Alex Shelley was in it, but it was like, you know, the gimmick with Pure Rules is you only get so many rope breaks. Was it you get 3 or 2? 3?
3.
And like the whole match was structured around somebody ran out of the rope breaks and then they used a submission in the ropes to get the win. And I thought that was so clever. Clearly, I
Well,
remember
yeah.
it 15 years later, or 20 years later. I still remember this one match. I can't.
And they do it now still in the
Doug
Bring division.
Oh God, obviously I can find it on YouTube or something. But I just thought the structure of that match was like that was so cool. Like, what a good way to like reinforce the gimmick of the match and the rules of the match. Because a lot of times when we do gimmick matches, like we just throw it out. We just forget the gimmick, right? And I love that just visited the gimmick and reinforced the rules the entire time. Like, one of my big wrestling pet peeves is like a ladder match with a bunch of other random weapons in it. Because like it's a ladder match, use ladders. Like, use your ladder.
The tables.
Like, everything should be about the ladder and climbing the ladder and reaching for the title. And oh, don't get me started. So like, yeah, or like a cage match. Like, I hate a cage match with a ton of weapons inside of it, unless it's like Hell in a Cell or War Games, right? But if it's just a regular good old fashioned steel cage match, use the cage. The cage is the weapon. I want to see how creative you can be with that cage. How many different ways can you use the cage itself as a weapon? That's what makes a cage match cool, in my humble opinion.
So you understand the psychology of what wrestling is supposed to be versus.
I had a really good teacher. Shout out Seth Rollins. He is phenomenal psychology teacher when it comes to professional wrestling.
That's fair.
They call him the architect for a reason.
Absolutely. Like, anybody can teach you how to get in the ring and do a forward roll. Not everybody can give you the knowledge that he has, and he's so giving with his knowledge transfer. Like, having him as a resource is incredible.
Respect.
I don't doubt it. I was thinking, when you were talking about going to Japan and wanting to wrestle overseas, clearly I don't know the promoter or anything, but I know that Dragon Gate is going to be following Poder Mania on Wednesday. Yes. Maybe you can talk to the promoters of Dragon Gate, and if they enjoy your match on the Poder show, maybe try to use that as a liaison to get into Dragon Gate.
Yeah, I mean,
Marcus Mathers just did that recently, actually, too.
Yeah, he did a 2-month tour for them. Just got back.
Yep.
Yeah, networking is definitely key in this business. That is for sure.
And Mania Week's a great time to do it. We got a couple of questions in the chat room along the same lines. Our buddy Safet asked any wrestler that you'd like to wrestle, and Ash elaborates a little bit on it. What are your pro wrestling bucket lists as far as opponents and venues and places that you'd like to wrestle?
My Canadian connection.
I would like to wrestle in some more places in Canada for sure. I would like to do Vancouver. I would like to do the Maritimes. That's something, they have a lot of wrestling up there, and I would love to like go to St. John's or something and wrestle. Like, that would be cool. So that's like a random bucket list thing. When I went to Canada, someone was telling me about that, and I was like, I bet that's really, really fun. So I would love to get there and do that outside of the usual, Japan, Europe answer everybody gives. I really would like to go to Vancouver and work in the Maritimes. I would love, as far as like dream opponents, again, like Deanna would be fantastic. Nicole Matthews, I would love to wrestle her. I've not wrestled Kenzie or Kylie Page yet, and I think they're phenomenal wrestlers. Those girls are awesome. They're very fierce. I would love to work either one of them. I would love to have a singles with Ava Everett. I think she is absolutely phenomenal as well. She understands 110% what we are trying to do here in professional wrestling. I would love to get in there with her and have a singles. There are so many talented women these days that I would just love to share the ring with. So that's just a small little sampling, right?
100%. The whole women's game changed with the women's evolution back in the day. And the
and like, I grew up, I got to see Shimmer, like that was when I was watching wrestling when I was in college and high school. So it's like, I look at people like even Mercedes Martinez, I would love to wrestle her. I think of women who paved the way for us, like Allison Danger, Daisy Hayes, Mischief. Like, those women are just incredible trailblazers, and I really would like to see them get more love in the future too. More up and coming women's wrestlers, shout them out and pay homage to them, because they walked so we could run, for sure.
Amen to that. Definitely. I think Mercedes Martinez is on her retirement.
She is,
year.
Yes. Yeah. Maybe a future focused pro title defense there.
There you go.
There you go.
Here we go.
Well, I mean, follow up to that. I mean, how do you, being somebody that's in the business, how do you feel the state of women's wrestling on the independents now is, and what do you think, if there is there anything that, as a collective, you guys can maybe bring more or do better in or something like that? Like, how do you feel the state is where it is now?
I think that there's a lot of people, there's like very few veterans. There's a huge influx of women wrestling now that are very young, which is good that the sport is more accessible to younger girls. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's a lot of people in the middle, like I'm just somebody in the middle. And I really would just like to see more places have more than one women's match on their card. I think that there is something of value there. If you see a girl or a woman out wrestling and she's booked once every weekend, that bitch is hustling. Because if you're a guy, you can do the bare minimum and work every weekend. No problem. You can go to any show. If there's, let's say there's 8 matches on the show, 7 of them are men's. Even if they're all singles matches, that's 14 potential slots for a man versus 2 for a woman. Make that 1 because that 1 slot is probably filled by a local girl. So you have 1 shot. And then you all get cycled through because everybody only runs 1 women's match on their show. So like, oh, Kaia, it was so great to have you. Like, we'll be in touch in 4 months. Whereas if you're a guy, you get used every time. So I would really just like to see more space created for us because we're here and we're good and we're valuable. We're fierce competitors and we take up space and we deserve to have those slots just as much as the men do.
Equality does not equal equity.
Yeah,
I would like to see more women's matches just in general.
To add to your,
not even at like the bigger level, just all indies, like even like the smaller, the mom and pop indies or like the middle tier indies, like you can do this too. Like it shouldn't have to like be a hustle to get booked every weekend as a woman. Like you have got to really grind. If you are getting booked every weekend, you're doing something as a girl because it is very, very difficult to keep that kind of schedule. There's just not spots. There's talent. There's plenty of talent. There's just not spots. You know?
That's the other thing too. Like we have 3 companies that have at minimum 2 singles titles, and a tag team division now with titles as well. And exactly what you said is there needs, I feel like the indie scene in that regard actually has to catch up with what the mainstream is doing.
And I get that not every promotion can support a full women's division or support having a women's championship, but that doesn't mean you cannot have women's matches when the opportunity presents itself. Especially with so much talent working these days.
Yeah, I like Game Changer because if they don't necessarily have a women's match, they'll have intergender wrestling as well. So that gives more spots for women to get a shot on the card. Literally tonight on the Game Changer show, we saw Rachel Armstrong, who we haven't even seen in forever, wrestle. And to your point, I think again we need more independence to book these women across the board, right? If you do it,
does it better than anybody else as far as territories doing it are concerned, because you have promotions like TWE, which has multiple women's matches every show. Symphony, multiple women's matches every show. PWF in Coastal Carolina, multiple women's matches, intergenders, scramble, tag, every show, every card. Colby Carino does a really good job of involving women.
Yeah, Carino's great.
Yeah, Action always involves women in some capacity. Shine is still running women's shows down in Florida with tons of good talent. So really, when you look at like the territory that's doing it the best for women, I think the Southeast takes the cake. And I am so proud to like be someone who works in the Southeast regularly because it's such an incredible scene. It really is.
Yeah, and I hope more independents take after them as well.
100%. We're huge advocates of women's wrestling here. If you can't tell, that's kind of how we got connected with Ed.
Codarmania, right? Like Ed every year in Vegas runs a show for women and like gives us the stage and gives us time to shine and gives us good matchups and like more people. Like, I mean, that he does that. He could do anything with his money, and that's what he chooses to do, is to support all of us on the biggest weekend of the industry. Like, it's incredible. Like, when everybody's off booking all of this TV talent or these hot indie names, like Ed creates a space for women up and down the ladder to have a platform and have amazing matches. Yeah. And there's just not a lot of that anymore, unfortunately. Yeah. Like, the fact that he does that for us every year is really remarkable.
100%. That's how we got connected with Ed, is the fact that, we do watch alongs here on the channel live reactions. The man in the middle here does commentary, you know. And last year we actually did Poder Mania. We discovered it because one of my longtime friends, Heather Lynn, is the ring announcer.
Yes.
So saw that she was booked for it. We were like, oh, snap. Okay, I want to do this and support a friend. And then when everything started getting announced for this year, reached out to Ed. He was gracious enough to come on the show, started reaching out to you ladies. Everyone that I've reached out to has been gracious enough to come on here. You know, tell me about your upcoming match with Allie at the Poder Mania.
I've known Allie for a minute because when I first got out of wrestling school, I did a lot of ring crew for GCW where she was working quite regularly.
Okay.
So it would be really nice to finally have a singles match with Allie. It's been 5 years, and you know, she's real big on her intuition and trusting her gut and listening to her heart. But for me, it's like I fully believe that my spiritual guides are going to be with me throughout this entire match, and they're going to carry me to victory. So it'll be 1-1 Bun versus 3-3-3, baby. Triple Goddess coming out on top.
There you go.
I like that. I like that. You said that you did ring crew for GCW at one point. Do you keep up with the shows?
Periodically, like I've been wrestling more myself lately. So a lot of times on Saturdays when they're running, I'm out on my own show. But if there's someone that I want to see their match, I will go back and catch it. Or if I happen to be there, I will see it. Most of the wrestling I watch these days is like in person at the shows I'm on. I enjoy watching it in person. I mean, I still catch Raw, I still catch SmackDown, I still catch AEW when I can.
Right.
But I really enjoy, like, I like when I'm first or second or third because then I can like change and watch everybody else wrestle, and I really enjoy seeing it in person. It's fun. So most of the wrestling I'm consuming these days is in person at the shows I'm on.
No, honey, that's a good point. I didn't want to sidetrack talking about a company that you don't work for, but knowing that you are going to be facing Allie, you know, and knowing that this is going to be part of the whole
It's a big matchup. Allie has a lot of momentum. She's coming back off that leg injury. She's definitely raising her stake on the indies. So for me, it's a good challenge, you know, and I love it. I love a challenge. I love to challenge myself.
Right. But what I was getting at is with this being part of the whole collective, they've been doing this thing in GCW there where her former partner, Effie, has been on this downward spiral, actually threw the towel in when she had a title match a few weeks ago. I was curious if maybe Effie could play in any part in this story because they've done that before where a GCW angle has worked into another show on the bigger collective.
You know, I'm not Effie's handler. Effie gonna do what Effie wants to do.
Fair enough.
It does seem that if Effie does interfere, it would probably be in my favor. So why would I be opposed to saying? Like,
As long as you get the win, right?
Throwing that out there.
Track record here, a win's a win, you know.
So y'all heard it. If Effie gets involved now, I'm the one that threw it out there.
It don't matter how. It don't matter how. It's how many.
Look, karma, yin yang, they have two sides. There is the good, there is the bad.
Whatever's going on between her and Effie is between her and Effie. Like, if it happens to benefit me, I will gladly take the dub there.
What is a win?
I try to stay out of it. It's not my business what's going on between the two of them. I like them both, but a win is a win. Rage of Wrestling, a win is a win for sure.
Accurate.
Get it done. The goal doesn't have to be pretty. All right, like just
definitely. As long as it goes in, it doesn't matter how it goes in.
Cherry pick that shit. Do it.
Oh hell yeah!
Rage of Wrestling is one of the regulars here on the panel. Me and him are actually going to be in Vegas for Mania Week. We have front row for Poder Mania. We'll be there for a bunch of the shows, so we'll be looking forward to seeing you live there.
Yeah, and like I said, not every win's a pretty one. Like for every goal that's like a beautiful, like just clapper right from the hash marks, there's about 5 goals where people just hacking the fuck away, hoping something goes in.
Listen,
you gotta get it
record
done.
book just shows that you won. It doesn't say how.
There your winner.
For every Ovechkin goal, there's always a Tom Wilson goal following right behind it. There you go.
Tip-ins. I mean, Nick, you played, right? Did you guys ever do tip-in at Pracky? Like where coach would just rip clappers and you'd have to try to tip them in?
Dude, my home is in front of the net. Nobody's pushing me. Nobody. I'm that fat fuck right in front of the
Try to
front
get
of the net. Oh yeah, I'm right.
Did you ever do that drill? Did you ever do that drill where you'd stand there?
100%.
Yeah, and try to just deflect. Yeah.
And then you have that your one teammate that just wires it right at your knee, and
Nick's
you
hard
don't.
on the puck, guys. He ain't moving.
Dude, you're not. No, I'm in front of that net. You ain't moving me. That's my home.
In the words of John Cena, go puck yourself.
I mean, speaking of, I'm gonna transition.
Got to be on the back door. Like that's such a thing. Like it drives me nuts. Like you got to have full coverage, right? So
100%.
You're doing the people's work there.
Kaya, right now I'm binging Shorzy.
Oh, the new season was phenomenal.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
No, I'm not gonna spoil it for you. I am wearing my Shorzy gear tomorrow, though.
Are you really? Okay. No, we've been binging that for the past week. Such a good show. Such a good show.
Also,
is there any
by one of the guys who did Heated Rivalry, right? So
yeah. Is there any I mean D2 Mighty Ducks, like is there any hockey movie or hockey show that you're like
I mean I would say Mighty Ducks because I grew up in the 90s, but Miracle hits.
Miracle's a good one.
Miracle's
I'm a big Mighty Ducks fan.
Miracle hits.
I've actually got 3 of the D5 Ducks jerseys in my closet. One for Fulton, one for Bombay, and one for Banks. And I've got a Happy Gilmore jersey in my closet.
I could definitely do like Mighty Ducks themed gear. That would be cool.
Oh, dude.
That would be dope. I saw the pictures of, and I really love getting off the hockey for a second, your Boba Fett inspired gear.
Yeah, I love
Star Wars fan, and Boba Fett was always my dude.
I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I love my Boba Fett gear. I think it's my favorite one that I made. I did a whole bunch of like Star Wars gears when the shows were having a moment because
the Boba Babe
Star Wars, but I thought it would be a great way to kind of grift on social media and just get in front of some people that aren't wrestling people.
Hell yeah!
My audience.
If I can make one request, please bring that gear for Poder Mania. I want to see it in person.
You want to see Boba Fett? Okay, I'll bring Boba for Poder
Mania. The Boba Babe. By the way,
so there you go.
By the way, the Boba Babe is crazy. Who came up
with the Boba Babe?
The Boba Babe. That's nuts.
Me.
There you go.
That's
like it. All right.
What else? Well, I did the Boba Fett. I did Mandalorian. With Gogru. I've done Captain Rex.
New trailer just dropped. Sick.
I can't wait. I did Captain Rex. I did a Clone Wars Anakin Skywalker gear that doesn't fit me anymore, but I did do that.
Clone Wars underrated.
Yeah,
so underrated.
I did a Night Sisters Ahsoka gear this fall. I didn't think I took any promo pictures in it, but I still need to do that. That looked cool. Although I thought it looked cool and I totally got it, but so many people told me I looked like a Christmas tree or I looked like one of those little strawberry candies that grandmas have. Because it was very red and like it was red and neon green like Mother Talzin, and I was like, okay, not exactly what I'm going for, but those candies are really fucking good, so I'll take it.
The compliment either way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I like Christmas and I like Star Wars, so it works either way for me.
Yeah, Captain Rex one was cool, but I only bring it out for like really big matches.
Ooh.
So, because like it's white, like all the gear is white, so
good stuff.
Try to have it for a very long time.
White could be an omen though for success or failure. So
it can, yes, or death match, right?
Right.
Yeah, for real. Wear the Captain Rex gear the next time you know you're gonna bleed, because the blood will get all on it and it'll pop big time.
My white gear that took me hours of my life to sew. I will do that.
So you sew your gear yourself?
I do. I make all my gear. Sometimes, like if it's a street fight, I'll wear the Bad Batch gear because it's like with the face paint, it looks like really crazy and cool.
Okay.
So I'll do that one. But
that's cool to know that you're talented, that you make your own gear.
I do. I make all my own gear. I'm a very good little seamstress. See, my granny hobbies: reading.
How long does it take you to make an outfit usually?
Sewing.
How long does it take to make an outfit, JJ?
It depends on like how involved it is. The Boba Fett one took me 2 months of just.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a lot of work because you can't.
Yeah.
If I were to sit down and do it all the way through, I could probably get it done in a week. But like, that's not life because I work a job and have other shit that I do.
See, I ain't got no patience for that. Okay,
yeah, it takes time. I'm working on a Caps gear one right now, and it took me a while. I was looking for like yellow hockey laces for Ovechkin, right, to like put in the gear, and like I could not find yellow laces in the DMV to save my life, like because every little kid just wants to be Ovi, so like they never have them in stock. I finally got a set of yellow laces for that gear at a Pure Hockey in Medford, Massachusetts, when I wrestled up there 3 weeks ago.
Nice.
It's like nobody in Massachusetts gives a shit about Ovechkin. So they have
Medford has a lot of those.
Yeah, but like
you would know, Boston boy.
I would.
Yeah, I would. It's like the yellow laces are hard to find.
Oh yeah.
Set to put into that gear, so I was excited.
The Great 8 is an idol down there.
The vibes are immaculate. Like, let's see you do a keg stand on the Stanley Cup. Come on.
We haven't won a Stanley Cup since '67. Why do you have to bring it up for?
6-7. Sorry.
Oh God.
Because he hasn't won a cup since the league expanded.
We're not like supposed to talk about when we do extra work with WWE and stuff, but like last year I did extra work in Minneapolis right before the Stanley Cup playoffs, and they had the Stanley Cup there, and one of the keepers of the cup, Howie, was there, and he was nice enough to like let me hold it and take a picture with it.
Nice. Oh, that's cool.
Because when the Caps won the cup, they did bring it to the bar I was working at the time, but we were like just getting our shit kicked in by the 2,000 drunk people there to see the cup. So it's not like I got to enjoy it.
See, I find it weird that you guys are so excited about seeing the cup. For us, it lives here, so it's just like
you just go down the street.
I just go to the Hockey Hall of Fame and just go take a peek, take a gander of it.
No, but they had
it lives there, but it's not like you guys have won it in how many years.
Take a look at
why?
it.
But why? But why do we have to go there? Listen.
When was the last time the Kings won a cup?
2014.
Okay, so the Caps are the most recent out of all of us.
Yes. They are.
But we've still had it more recently than the Leafs.
Yes.
The Leafs haven't had it since we became a team.
Listen, we're retooling, okay? We're retooling.
Yeah, a 60-year retool.
That day too, they were like asking like a bunch of the wrestlers like what hockey slang meant, and it was kind of funny to just kind of sit there and film this because like CM Punk knew a lot of it, but he's like a hockey guy, so that makes sense. But yeah, it was funny. That was funny.
I can see. Were you guys all just like chirping? Just back and forth.
I sat there in quiet because, like, you're a guest in someone's house when they invite you in. I just observed. But
sports fans always say next year. Walter's like, "There's always next decade, Nick."
Damn,
listen, guys. What do you want me to do? What do you? I can't lace them up.
Pray and hope for victory. How about that? Sweet victory.
We
the
got.
Raptors can finally win a freaking NBA thing in 2019. Maybe your Leafs can win 2029.
I don't give it credit, buddy. We're gonna be here for a while.
Yeah, the window is closed. It blows my. I will say I do feel bad for you because there was like a 6 or 7 year window where I'm like, if they're gonna fucking do it, this is the time. And like,
dude, don't get me started. We can have a whole. We can have a whole fucking conversation.
All right.
His little face just got all like.
just blew him up a whole different shade of red, embarrassment and rage at the same time. That's hilarious.
You start crying maple syrup over here.
I love maple syrup.
Dude, listen. The downfall of the Leafs. The Shanna plan did not work. I spent 8 years cheering for a team that was shit and couldn't get out of the second round, okay?
Sounds like Nick's
at least made the second round. There have been teams that have been shit for way longer and not done anything. At least it's not a poverty franchise.
Buffalo Sabres?
I don't know. The Sabres are fucking killing it right now.
I know, right?
I was saying, Ali knows a thing or two about that. Not Ali Catch, but formerly Laura Denise, the bunny Ali. But that being said, Nick, keep living your bittersweet symphony, and maybe one day you'll celebrate sweet victory.
Yes.
I might have to be a bandwagon jumper and jump to the Caps. I might have to. Actually, you know what? I might jump to the Pens. Sid the Kid.
All right. Well, then. There you go. Hey, Kai, you clearly have no problem toeing the line between heel and face with your character, the hockey.
Hey, I will be the first one to admit that, like, yes, Ovechkin is a legend, but I do think Sidney Crosby is an all-around better hockey player. Like, I'll say that. Like,
100%.
I think that's more than fair. Most people probably agree with that.
Ovi, listen, Ovi is the best pure goal scorer.
Dude.
There's no comparison for him to anybody else.
I'm going to miss the Sellies. Like, I love that this motherfucker has scored like 900 goals and still celebrates every single one like it's the first time he scored a goal. Like, incredible.
He's so
like,
mint.
We have this energy in wrestling where like every time I win a match, I celebrate it like it's the first time I ever won a fucking match. Like,
dude, his best selly was either his 52 goal where he like his stick was hot.
Oh, hot stick.
Yeah, or the one where he scored on his back.
Right?
Yep.
I didn't know this turned into ESPN and outside ice hockey. I mean, I guess street hockey is the substitute, right, Kaia?
Yeah, I mean they used to have like the professional league or whatever down in Florida, right? I've seen videos of that.
Yeah, I think they still run it. I think they run just like shinny. It's not. I don't think they run an actual league.
It's not like they're playing.
No. But I mean, is there any other sports that you're like I know hockey's up here and everything else is down here.
I'm a Commanders fan. I do like football. I'll watch football. I like the Nats. I'll watch baseball. I don't really know too much about basketball.
There you go.
Oh man.
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, again, it goes back to being multifaceted and also having that balance to be a multi-dynamic because hockey's now a year-round thing. So I was wondering, outside the hockey season, is there someone that's in that downtime? And you answered that question, outside your hobbies. And you seem like quite a resourceful hobbyist. Reading, napping. Definitely love the napping.
Napping. I'm a nap queen. I'm a sleepy queen. I love naps. 3 o'clock hits, I'm going to the couch. Where's my nap?
Me too.
Same. Thank you, sister.
If Noah's not playing video games or watching some kind of wrestling, he's napping.
He'd be napping.
That way he can have his energy to deal with our antics.
My day job is on a computer, so I don't want to spend free time on a computer if I can avoid it.
Thank you.
If you don't mind me asking, what is your day job?
I'm a graphic designer.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
All right. I mean, you could probably literally create like your own like graphic logos for your
I do. I make all my own merch. Like,
Well,
it's great.
Do promoters ever ask for your assistance in doing graphics
Yes,
for
but nobody in wrestling wants to pay you to do shit, so I don't take
Accurate.
freelance work from anybody in wrestling. Sorry, please don't ask.
Fair enough.
No, that means again protect.
I don't like it takes time. Pardon me, it takes time, and I work a full-time job, so I don't know.
I hear it.
That I'm not making wrestling flyers for $50. I'm sorry. It's not.
The end has to justify the means. The amount of work you put in has to justify the profit.
Yeah, and just like again, making sure you have balance, and it's like, yes, I could probably make a little extra money doing it. Yes, I like wrestling, but like, I just don't want to share all of my gifts with every person. Like people, like when you share pieces of yourself with the world, people snatch and claw at it and tear it away from you. And it's like, there are just some things I want to keep for myself. I like my art for myself. I don't want to make gear for other people. I don't want to do graphic design and design logos and stuff for other people in wrestling. Like that is mine. That is my little competitive edge. Like it's something that I enjoy. I don't want to make art I don't want wrestling to come into my art and kill my joy for art. Like I like
exactly
to keep it separate. It's my personal preference.
I love that.
I don't owe it to anybody to do shit for them in wrestling. Like there's so much of the mentality of like, oh, well, you should make me gear. Oh, you should design something for me. It's like, oh, should I do that for you? Like, what are you going to do for me?
Yeah, it's got to work both ways. It's a give
yeah,
and take.
like,
That's
what are you going to do? When are you going to remember this? Like, when are you going to put my name in a conversation? And the answer is nobody's ever going to. And most people don't want to pay you what you're worth. So it's just a way of protecting your peace because I just don't integrate my art with professional wrestling.
Define your piece, protect your profit.
And that's going to be the hot clip that gets me canceled so I can go back to my normal life. I can't wait.
Oh, really?
Oh, we have a friend.
That gets you canceled, then we have failed as an industry. I will say that. Yeah. Like, for real. Like, no cap. That's ridiculous if that happens. I know we're joking halfway, but, like, the way social media can move sometimes, that shit wouldn't surprise me.
It's you have to protect yourself and, like, again, protect your peace. If you're just constantly, like, just overextending all parts of yourself to other people, who aren't going to reciprocate, like that's draining. That's not good for your energy. Like, I'm very big on my energy and protecting it, and it's special. And with being a witch, like it's something that I take very seriously. So I implore more of you to protect your peace in that way, and don't feel like you have to share every single bit of yourself with every person you encounter, especially.
Amen to that, sister.
Shout out to Nasty Leroy, another independent
God,
wrestler who's in the chat room right now.
Nasty gang.
Yeah, true.
Well, Kaia, I wish nothing but continued peace and happiness to you. You definitely have a great mind for the business and a great outlook on life. It's been an absolute pleasure that you have allowed us to engage in what you are, both as a person and as a competitor. And I wish you all the best at Podarmania.
I can't wait. I'm so excited. It's my third Podarmania.
It is.
It is.
I would be remiss to not ask this question. We need to. The people that are watching need to know.
Here comes the question.
Pre-game meal. What are we doing?
Pre-game meal. Oh my god.
Or post-match meal.
Or post-match meal.
What I at has a full cafeteria on the bottom floor, and they have everything you could ever want. But they have a place that does like dumplings. I love district dumpling. I love dumplings. They're a good pregame meal because it's good carb, good meat, a little bit of fat. Yum. Right. They also have a pasta bar down there. It's almost like they knew there were hockey players upstairs because they have like this bar, and it's like you can get any kind of pasta, any kind of sauce, and then you can get like chicken parm, meatballs, grilled chicken, like potato in your pasta, like whatever.
Oh yeah.
Athlete shit you want. They have like gluten-free chickpea lentil pasta because I know there's some like health. Oh, that's a big thing with like the hockey guys is like the chickpea pasta and like the lentil pasta.
I actually like the chickpea.
I don't like chickpea pasta. I tried it and it smelled like I was like, I can't eat this. I'm sorry.
This looks,
no, man.
No, that sounds so good right now. Like
they have like a lot of pasta down there.
Listen. No, that sounds like ass. Listen,
no chickpea pasta for me.
All right, time out, food critics. JJ is calling something.
I did think of one other question I wanted to ask you before we wrap you up here, because I know it's getting late for you and you've got a big match tomorrow as you try to become the inaugural Symphony Women's Champion.
Look at it. It has such a nice little like rainbow sheen. I love it.
Beautiful title.
Shout out shout out to those boys.
When I win it, I'm going to have to bring it back on this show.
Absolutely. But I did have one more question that I thought of for you before we wrap things up. As the good witch that you are, do you have any superstitions?
I don't know. I always put my right sock or my left sock on first.
Okay.
Yeah, left then right. When I stir things, I always stir clockwise to bring in good energy, because counterclockwise is like taking it away, if that makes sense. Which it also serves a purpose. Stirring things counterclockwise can serve a purpose depending on what spell you're doing. But when you stir your coffee in the morning, it's like mindful magic. Just stir it 3 times clockwise. I always do that. I'm not actually too superstitious when it comes to things like that. I think that when things that are symbolic break, they're protecting you, and it's okay to get rid of them. For example, if you have like a mirror or something and it breaks, get rid of it. If you have a crystal and it breaks, get rid of it. Anything that like is special that breaks was protecting you, and it's okay. Like it might be a little sentimental and it might suck, but like that's a big superstition I have, is like things that break were protecting you in that sense.
So just quick follow up. I know from your other matches, the crown that you're wearing right now, what does that symbolize?
It is the triple moon, so it's the triple goddess, the maiden, the mother, and the crone. This was actually made, there are 2 pieces. One is just, makes it a little fancier. But this one was made for me by a witch in the Ukraine, so I will probably never get another one at this point. I don't even know if she is still making them. I have no more contact with her, unfortunately. But it's very special, and it has the triple goddess, the maiden, the mother, and the crone. So
that's cool. That's actually real cool.
That's really cool.
That was a good question. No one's ever asked me that before, and it's a very
girl. I got you.
Yes,
I
that
love
was a
that
great
symbolism.
witchy question. I really enjoyed that question.
That's really informative.
And Leroy in the chat is saying that you taught him about manifesting.
Yes, yeah, it's a thing. Like, it's such a fucking thing, and people think I'm crazy, but it's like when you want shit to happen, you need to like lay in bed and stare at the ceiling and think about it 100 times. There's like there's this witch technique where it's like learning to tap into, it's called your witch eye, or I'm sure like non-spiritual people probably have another fucking name for it. But anyways, it's you literally lay in bed and you have to train yourself to not be distracted, to be so dialed that you can count backwards from 100 and not get distracted or lose count or think of anything else but the number appearing and disappearing, right? Like you can't think of your dog, you can't get distracted by anything outside. Like you just got to think of like the number 10 comes into your mind and the number 10 goes away. And you do this, right? All the way down to 100. And that's how you learn how to really focus and set your intentions. And then shit you want to happen, you literally lay there and you think about it. It's like, I can't think of the way to describe it. Really, it's a way of honing your focus. Like professional athletes do shit like this. Like it's a thing. Like there was that clip going around. It made me think of, it's so funny. Like not to go back on hockey again. It just made me think of, when I heard it the other day, I was like, that's not as crazy as it fucking sounds. They had like Jack Hughes and he was like, oh, you know, I couldn't sleep. I was laying in bed and my brother asked me what I was doing. And he's like, oh, I'm thinking of scoring the game-winning goal tomorrow. And it's like, you know, I know he's like being a smart ass a little bit, but I bet like there is a thing to that. Like if you can just visualize what you need to happen, it will fucking happen. And like visualization is such a strong tool. It's such a strong mental edge if you're someone who can visualize like that. One of the ways like I use like my witchy visualization powers too is when I'm trying to like remember my matches, not to pull the curtain back too much, but everyone has their way of remembering things. And for me, like I will literally go sit in the front row and just like stare at the ring. What I'm doing when I'm staring at the ring, I'm not crazy. I'm not talking to my dead.
I'm not crazy.
You're not Toriano. You're not talking to the turnbuckle.
Don't you bring that name up.
But what I'm doing is I'm sitting there and I see the whole match happening in front of me like I'm watching a movie. And I will visualize that like 10, 20, 30 times before I have my match. So that way when I go out to have my match, I'm like, I've seen this shit before. You know, like
you're fucking locked. You're locked in.
Yeah, just like fucking dialed. Like head empty, no thoughts, just wrestle. Just wrestle, Matt, turnbuckle, wrestle, you know?
Don't think, just feel.
I do, but I sit there and like people will walk up to me all the time and be like, you okay? And I'm like, bro, do not break my focus right now. Like I am
Fuck off, my guy.
I'm like, it's like dialed. And it's a thing. I swear to God, it's a thing. Like
I literally go into that zone sometimes here with these guys. They are literally been witnesses to that. Where I would just lock in on what I'm watching.
It's just being dialed. Like, and I think a lot of people just are they have monkey mind. They're easily distracted. They cannot set
squirrel.
Yeah, they cannot set an intention. They cannot focus. Therefore, they will never be able to visualize and truly hone their power that we all inherently have. We're all born with magic. It's just learning how to use your gift.
Dude. Manifesting. Kaia McKenna, 2026.
Literally,
AEW.
lay your ass in bed, stare at the ceiling, and think of what you want 100 fucking times. I'm not even kidding. It works.
Don't give up. Just because you manifest. Just because you manifest, it may take some time for it to come true, but it doesn't mean it will come
I mean,
true.
I remember when I was in the tournament for the Focus Pro Women's Championship, like before I wrestled Gypsy Mac, I remember like laying in bed and just imagining myself climbing that ladder like 100 times. I was like, I'm going to do it. This is how I'm going to do it. This is my plan. It's not going to go any other way. You know, like, and just really being able to tap into that part of your brain is so powerful. And I encourage all of you to like work on your visualization skills.
Well, I don't continue to do that. Already do that, as the human brain, only 10% of the potential truly is, I think, focused on. But it sounds like you've already figured out how to get to the other 90%. So I'm very impressed.
There's a book called The Psychic Witch that teaches you how to do it. It's incredible.
Ooh, okay.
It's one of my favorite books.
Good recommendation.
I mean, I don't know how long we have, so I'm going to ask, well, two things. One, you know, we have interacted quite a bit on Twitter, and that's how kind of this all happened. And JJ, I'm sorry for swearing, You're a fucking gem. You're a fucking beaut. We've had great interactions. I'm happy that we've got you here today. You can ask the boys. I was pumped. I was been pumped for this for a while. Just because, again, I know how the way we've interacted. You know, you're cool shit. You're cool shit. Second thing, Noah and myself, I think Noah more than me are big AEW people. So 2026, yeah.
It's been 4 years. I would love to have another match at AEW. It is one of my goals this year to have a match on TV again. It's been way too long. I know that I had a setback with the injury and that I had to kind of find Stella had to get her groove back here. But I think I'm ready. I definitely
manifest
have confidence and believe in myself. And that if I were to be given an opportunity, I think I would do well. So
manifest that shit. Manifest that shit.
Really, I've done the work. You know, it's coming back from an injury like that is so hard. Like, I don't mean to like bellyache and whine, but it's like a shoulder injury is hard. I think it's harder than a knee injury, honestly. It's like, it's so finicky. You're just gimped up for so long. The rehab is grueling. There's such a mental side to that recovery too. So it's like, it took me a good minute to get back to where I needed to be. But I feel like I'm a changed witchy at the end of 2026. Like I'm back to where I need to be mentally, physically. I'm at the top of my game. I'm in the best shape I've ever been in. I'm moving better than I've ever moved. I'm racking up more wins than I've ever won before. Like everything, the sky is the limit. So
you're fucking locked in. You're locked in.
Dialed, baby.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Well, I think that's a great place to end it here. Kaia, thank you so much for all the time. Thank you for
fun. We had some good combos.
Absolutely. Why don't you go ahead and tell everybody out there where they can find you real quick?
That is my handle on all social media, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Blue Sky. My store is KaiaMcKenna.bigcartel.com. I do have merch there. If you go to any page and it's not that URL, it's not me. So sorry, questionable. But if you go
it's not you.
MCK, it is in fact me. I will always be available to interact with you within reason. I probably won't answer your DMs. My DMs are a hellscape, but if you tweet at me, I try to reply to you as long as you're not being an insane, crazy person. So
like you know.
Hey man, listen. The first tweet we ever talked about was her doing a hockey drill in her living room, and I'm like,
SmackDown, yeah.
Yeah. And kind of that's where this came. That's where.
God, I don't chop lettuce. It's just that green biscuit makes that sound that makes it sound like you're just chopping. When you're
that was the worst. When I first saw that, I'm like, what is she doing?
It's just the way it's like. There's like it like rattles when you hit one of those. Have you ever used one of those? Yeah, I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound great on the video, but.
But I mean,
I'd like to see somebody complaining about it. Come try to do it. Okay, that is literally my energy for this. Is like pull up, put on skates, and try to fucking do it. It's so easy. Try to do it. You do it.
Hardest game. Hardest. Listen, it's the hardest game out there because you got nothing on your feet but 2 inches of blade. That's it. And then, like I said, our interactions have been great. I thank you for being who you are, and I'm glad that we have some sort of acquaintance or friendship now. And I hope that you come back and we talk to you more because it's been fucking solid.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Absolutely.
Thank you all for having me, and I can't wait to see you in Vegas this year. It'll be so fun.
Absolutely. I was just going to say, I know myself and Walter, who's been in the chat, looking forward to seeing you and meeting you in Vegas in a little over a month.
Hopefully,
I gotta book my flight. I haven't booked my flight.
You're the worst.
It's okay. I still haven't got my Greyhound ticket.
I haven't booked my flight.
Fuck it, just do it. Well, hopefully when you come to Toronto. Hopefully, you come soon. I'd love to.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stay up on that. I didn't want to go when it was cold. I know that makes me such a baby, but I was like,
nah, man, it's fucking cold out here.
Leave the winter.
No. But hopefully, next time you come out to Toronto for a show, you definitely. I got you. I got your back.
sounds good.
But again,
Got you.
Kaia, thank you so much for joining us and everything. Everyone out there, make sure you follow her on the socials at Kaia McK.
Kaia MCK.
Yes.
Kaia Mac.
Kaia McK. We look forward to having you again at some point. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you
in your
so
match
much.
against
Appreciate it.
Nixie XS, and hopefully you will get that W and then be facing either Freya the Slayer or Jazzy Yang for that gorgeous
Yes.
Pro Wrestling
Beautiful.
Symphony Women's Championship. Become the inaugural champion.
No pizzas up the middle of the ice, eh? No pizzas.
For all the regular Shenanigans viewers, we're going to cut the stream here. We'll go jump into the other one, start that up, and we'll get into our normal shenanigans, as it were. Talk about the wrestling of the week.
All right, Kai.
All right, Kaia, thank
care,
you
guys.
again.
Thanks, Kaia.
Have a
We'll
good
talk
evening.
to you.
Bye, Kaia.
Yes.
Good night, Kaia. God bless you.
Bye.
You're
We'll
awesome.
talk to you.
We like you. Good stuff.
All
Good
right,
shit. Good
everyone,
shit,
gonna
boys.
go ahead and end this one up. Thank you again for everyone joining us, and we'll see you guys on the other stream momentarily.
Yes, sir.
Have a good one, folks.